All right, let's start on example number 2. And we're going to use the TVM solver, and we're going to compare two investments over a 2-year period. So we're going to compare over a 2-year period. So really that's going to be important. There's a little bit of information I'm going to choose to highlight. In each case, determine the future value. So we need to determine the future value of each investment and state which option is better. So option 1, we are going to invest $2,400 at the beginning of each year. Now notice how this differs slightly. We're not going to say this is a one-time lump sum payment. Here we're considering it, we're going to make payments of $2,400. So that actually goes under payment. Now, whoa, let's back this up. A bank offers an interest rate of 10% per annum. So my interest rate is 10%. Now I'm just going to cross out that percent because in our calculator we just entered 10. At the beginning of the year. So we have to be careful because at the beginning of the year we have to ensure that we select begin in the TVM solver. However, most questions, we have to be careful, are at the end. If not stated, it's assumed to be at the end. Let's read this again. A bank offers an interest rate of 10% per annum, compounded monthly. This implies that CY is equal to 12. There's 12 compounding periods in a year. So I'm going to invest $2,400 at the beginning of each year. How many payments per year? 1. What is my future value? Well, I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out. My present value is going to be 0. The number of payments I'm going to choose to make is going to be 2. Now, let me just make sure that I have everything here. I think I have everything. I'm going to jump to my calculator now. I'm just going to enter all of that, and just bear with me. Please enter this input into your calculator and see if we come up with the same result. All right, I think I'm ready to go. The only thing is, now with this question, I have to make sure that my payment is at the beginning. Now that's a little bit different, and we have to remember after this question we have to change that back to the end because we will end up with the incorrect results. So I'm going to calculate this, solve, and what I get here is, okay, I'll remember that. It's going to be, I have an investment worth $5,580.25. Now let me just make sure. I'll pull that back up, and I think that's right. Yep, round to the nearest decimal place, right? Or sorry, round to 2 decimal places. Rounds up. All right. Now let us do the next example. So we're going to this option number 2. Now this is something different. My interest rate presumably is going to stay the same. Right? So I'm going to invest $200. So that means that my payment is going to be negative $200 because it's money that's flowing away from me. My future value is what I'm going to calculate eventually. So let me pick this apart. How much before I start my investment? $0. My payments per year, well, each month I'm making a payment now. My payments per year is going to be 12. Compounded per year, well, I would have to assume that it's going to be the same as up here, in which compounded monthly. So again, we're going to put 12. So now the number of payments, remember that this is PY times the number of years. So we have PY is 12 times years is 2. So we will have 24. So again, we have to make sure, now since it's at the beginning of each month, so we have to just put begin. All right, enter this into your calculator. Let's see where we stand at the end of this. All right, I have all my inputs into the calculator. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simply calculate my future value, and what I get is $5,333.46. So one investment is definitely worth more. So which is the better choice? Option 1 or option 2? Presumably this question means which one is worth more. Well, option 1 is worth more. In each case, we have invested $4,800. So we've invested the same amount. So I am going to say option 1 is better because it earns more interest. Now, if you want, you can calculate that out with your calculator, as I've shown you in the previous example. So I have not located the number. I did not input a number there. So now explain why someone may choose the other option. Now I'm just going to say, why might somebody choose? So option 1, so I'm going to invest $2,400 at the beginning of each year, versus option 2, which is $200 at the beginning of each month. Well, why somebody may choose option 2? Well, it's very simple. I do not have $2,400 lying around, but each month I might be able to part with only $200. So it is easier to make monthly payments. Really easy to make monthly payments. In fact, if you are going to invest, it is really important that you make monthly payments and you take that amount right off your paycheck even before you have a chance to spend it.